Welcome back to Power Director Made Simple. Today's video is going to pick up following the previous one, which detailed the requirements for a direct USB connection between an iPhone and your computer for the purpose of transferring video and photos to the PC storage device. This time the video will be all about connecting an Android phone to a computer. Just as with an Apple iPhone, Android users may be transferring media files using Google Drive or other storage services in the cloud. But once again, that takes time to upload large video files and more time to download them right back to your computer. Some have found successes using wireless Bluetooth transfers. But just like trying to use the Windows Phone app, not all computers have Bluetooth capability. The good news is that all of them have a standard USB connection on the computer, but the USB connection on the phone could be one of two different types. This picture shows on the far left and the far right the two types of connections found on Android phones, Type C or the Micro B. All you have to do is to just look at the shape of the connector on your Android phone. If it looks like a Micro B, then you certainly have a slightly older phone. If it looks like the USB-C, then you've got a newer Android phone. So you now know exactly what type of cable connector you need, at least on one end of the cable that is going to plug into the phone, either a micro USB or a Type C. Now, for the other end of the cable that plugs into your computer. If your computer has only USB-A ports on it, then your USB cable definitely needs to have one end with the Type A connector on it. If your computer is newer, you may have both A and C ports on it. So you can use a cable with either a Type A or a Type C on that one end. As an example, let's assume that your Android phone has the older Micro B connector on it, and the computer has only Type A connectors. This means that you'll need a cable that is Micro B to Type A. If your phone has the newer USB Type C connector, and your computer has only USB-A connectors on it, then you will need to use a USB-C to a USB-A cable for data transfer. Now, all you have to do is plug the appropriate cable into the phone and into the computer. Once again, you can choose a cable with either Type A or Type C on the end that plugs into the computer, depending upon what is available on your computer. Once the cable connection is made, you may be able to see the phone appear in Windows as an attached device, but so far you cannot access any files on the phone. The reason for that is initially the phone is in charging mode when attached to a USB cable. Thus, Windows Explorer will not display any internal files on the phone. Not yet, anyhow. Similar to an iPhone, you have to give permission to allow the computer to view files on your phone. You may see a window pop up asking what you want to do with the device. For an Android, you want to put the phone into file transfer mode. You'll need to make one or two quick taps to instruct your phone to go into file transfer mode, at which time Windows File Explorer can view all of your media saved on the phone. The exact looks of this method and menu to change to file transfer mode may look different than I have pictured, but the intent will always be the same. Once the phone is in file transfer mode, you can then access the internal storage of the phone. As shown in this view from Windows Explorer, I can now see the internal storage card inside of the phone. Clicking on the internal storage card, it will open up to display all the various folders available. Usually, you will need to look in the DCIM folder for your video and photos that you have taken. DCIM stands for Digital Camera Images, which is the folder used to store the videos and photos captured by the camera. Now inside of the DCIM folder, open up the camera folder. And finally, there you will find all the video and photos. Now the job is easy. Just select whatever files you want to copy to your computer. Right-click and select Copy. Locate a place on your computer that you want to copy the files to, and right-click and select Paste. Now here's what all of that looks like on a live computer instead of just single pictures. And of course, your personalization of your system may look different than mine. After I have changed the phone to file transfer mode, I can see the phone in File Explorer. I click on the phone, and now I can see the internal storage card. I can now see all of the folders that the phone is sharing with the computer. I want to click on the DCIM folder. Inside of the DCIM folder, I want to click on the camera folder. And inside of the camera folder, I can see all of the video and photos. I can select any or all of the files, then right-click and select Copy. I now navigate to another folder on the computer storage where I want to save the copied files. In that folder, I then select Paste. And magically, all of the files are now on the computer where PowerDirector can access them. All you need to do now is to start PowerDirector and then import one or more of the files, or import the entire folder into PowerDirector. And from here, PowerDirector now has instant access to all of those video and photo files that once were on the phone but have been copied over to the computer. In the next video, I'll present an even more obvious to some, but bewildering to others, the two main methods of getting video files direct from a digital camera or a camcorder. Until then, please hit the subscribe button, and once again, thanks for watching.
Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips alone she holds my heart enthralled. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and God be with you all. that e'er I've had. They're sorry for my going away, and of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since